So over here is the concept of, people often say on social media, or you just have heard it maybe said in the past, maybe your friends are joking or something like that, for somebody who really likes social media, and they're like, if you had, a penny for every social media post that you made, or every tweet that you make, you tweet so much, or this or that, or for every Instagram post that you made, if you had 10 cents or a penny or whatever the heck, I'd be rich by now. Well, guess what, folks? For the last 5 years, that opportunity has actually existed. For over 5 years, that opportunity has existed on the Hive blockchain. You've been able to actually create whatever social media post you want and like it yourself and give yourself a little bit of currency, or other people can like it and it could add up to that much more. But that opportunity actually exists in the world today. All right, what's up, folks? It's your boy MMG Smurf here, and today we're making a little video talking about how Money Match Gaming is able to fund our esports program. That includes our team, our events, our moderators, which is also part of our team. I see it as being part of our teams, our giveaways, all this stuff. We like to do a lot of stuff. We like to give away a lot of money because we like to give back. And we've always been about giving more than we receive for some years now. But today's video is about how is it we're able to do all this. Our answer is cryptocurrency and NFTs. I know that's a hot and controversial topic, especially in 2022 and 2021, when a lot of people seem to hear about it for the first time. Was it their first time hearing about NFTs and crypto? But we've been in this game for over half a decade now, exploring things. And somewhere around 2018, 2019, really decided, really my 2019 goal, I decided I wanted to be as transparent as possible with our community. And so since then, we've been making pretty much daily videos, live streams about how it is the Money Match Gaming is able to fund our events and stuff. And we're paying out of pocket for a long time. For much of that half of a decade, we've just been paying out of top pocket thousands of dollars a year, including the development costs for our bot. So we have a bot in Discord, which is a whole play to earn Discord system where you can earn tickets, our points and rewards system, which is off chain. And then you can claim prizes that are on chain, or you can claim prizes like cash or gift cards, but that requires some manual labor hours from the admins to actually let you claim those cash and gift card prizes. But how is it all done? How is Money Match Gaming able to do this? Well, if you've been following us from the beginning, I've been saying things like, it's not it's not a race, it's not a short race, it's a marathon. This is a marathon. I'm happy with earning 30 cents a day, etc. I actually do today. I'm gonna turn this over. This might be the last time you guys see me during the stream. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna turn this over to this awkward-looking desktop view. Here's the ugliness of it, and first things first, I want to pop open this page right here, which is our YouTube channel. It's like a year ago. So a little over a year ago, it says, here's a video that we have where I'm earning $20 of Tron daily for esports, small streamer vlog. And then here's another one, a month or two, probably before that, where it says I'm earning $10 a day for BTT, Tron and BTT for esports. And this one before that, earning 100 Tron per day, and 100 Tron was probably like $3 or something like that. So I was earning $3, and then I made another video when I got to $10. Then I made another video when I got to $20. And if we went way far back down here, I've highlighted it to try not to make it too difficult for me to find, but it's probably gonna be really difficult for me to find actually. Yeah, that's already 5 years. It's somewhere around the 4-year streak. Here in the 4-year. So 4 years ago, how to monetize your YouTube videos and live streams / social media. And it says $0 to $100 in a month cryptocurrency. So I'm showing that just to show that Money Match Gaming has been doing this for a long time. And somewhere around when this video was made is when we first bought our first NFTs 4 years ago. So for people that are like, oh, it's a fad, it's going to die out. They've been around for over 4 years, fam. You just finding out about them does not mean that they're a fad and that they're going to go away. They've been improving to the point that now you even heard about them, and it's becoming that much more mainstream. And that's not to knock anybody. It's just to let you know where this technology is at. You finding out about it doesn't mean that that's the end all be all for this cryptocurrency. But my other reason for doing this all is just that this is a marathon. It is not a race. It's not a sprint. or it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. If it was a race, it would be a sprint, or not a sprint. Excuse me. If it was a race, it would be a marathon and not a sprint. There's that portion. That's why I'm bringing that up today. So other than that, just a little history piece there. Money Match Gaming has a few different vehicles or mediums, whatever word you want to use for income. And so one of those main ones is we're streamers. We're live streamers. We've been streaming since we started Money Match Gaming. It's the first method that we decided would be a way for us to actually gather some money outside of like creating products or something like that, because we figured we didn't have a big enough brand to create a product that people would just buy. Other than like affiliate marketing for controllers or something. So we decided to go with streaming. And so within streaming, it's often known that, you can stream, and if you get subs from people, basically a donation, then you get some income there. And so that's fine and dandy, but we never had much success from normal streaming. Where we did start to have a lot of success from streaming, which was initially on the Hive blockchain, its predecessor Steam, and Steemit, and now it's Hive after a fork. But over there is where we had our initial, upcoming from streaming, where people were able to just donate to us cryptocurrency for liking our post. That's the way that platform was built. And from that came DLive. DLive emerged from that blockchain, now the Hive blockchain, and it moved over to its own platform and its own blockchain. And now DLive.tv, which is one of our income streams, it runs on the Tron blockchain, and Tron is a probably like top 20, top 50 cryptocurrency any day of the week. It's a major cryptocurrency, and it's kind of like a fork of Ethereum. So it's a different type of Ethereum one that's a little bit more less energy consumptive than Ethereum. It is totally decentralized now since removing Justin Sun from the project. He actually stepped away from it in their foundation, and it's also deflationary. So they've worked out a lot of kinks. I think they're kind of a little bit ahead of Ethereum in the game, but that's because they came from Ethereum, and it is what it is. Other than it running on Tron, it also is associated with BitTorrent token, which is a token that runs on Tron. And so like this is all a whole lot of like nitty gritty detail that I'm just sharing because I like that type of stuff. I like to know that's what's really powering the blockchain or the protocol, the project protocol. These are all synonymous words. But what makes DLive so special? I can click on any one of these random streams. I'm gonna click on this one right here. Oops. This is now like they started this before Twitch had this actually. But before I'm not even gonna click to watch the video. But what I want to show is down here on the screen. You can see there's this like little. It's supposed to be a lemon slice, and then it says 489 lemons have accrued underneath this stream here. And here's where if I was as a streamer, I could donate to them lemons. So I can just push this, and there it goes. I donate them a lemon. And where do you get these lemons from? Now, they've played around with different ways to get the lemons in the past. When this platform initially started, you could just farm the lemons. You could just watch somebody stream for a certain amount of time. Lemons would fill up in this chest, and you just claim those lemons. And then if you want to, you could donate them back to the streamer. So that was when the platform first started, when there weren't a whole lot of people. I was one of like the first like 50 or 100 people over here on this platform because I pay attention to stuff really early as much as I can. But since then, it's gone through a whole bunch of different changes, and now the way to get these lemons is pretty much the same way that you would get bits on Twitch, which is by viewing ads associated with a stream. So if you want, there will be like a little pop-up, and it's that much easier on mobile, but you can watch an ad, and it'll give you some lemons. It'll give you a fraction of some lemons, I believe, or a full lemon. It's a little bit random there. But watching a few ads for like 30 seconds or so will get you some lemons, and then you can donate those to your streamer of choice. And so if you haven't been on DLive in a while, there was previously a little chest where streamers could fill up with lemons, and also, just the more viewers that you had, the more lemons the chest would gain, and then the streamer would open that chest and distribute them to all the viewers. That's changed. I believe that's changed because there's another DLive protocol coming out soon, which is that much more decentralized. This is actually more of a centralized project running on the blockchain, but the decentralized version will be coming out soon, and I think that's taking up some of the monetary aspects and what they're going with over there. But this is still great. This platform allows you to be monetized. DLive.tv allows you to be monetized as a streamer from day one. No need to be an affiliate. No need to be a partner. Like that's all great and dandy. If you want to reach those levels and get that, and I'll talk about how you benefit once you reach those levels. But even if you're not, viewers are able to come to your stream, watch an ad, earn some lemons, and then donate those to you from day one, which is something that you cannot do on Twitch or other platforms. So love this because it's immediately monetizing the streamer. And Money Match Gaming has also come up with a secondary system which allows the viewers to also be monetized whenever they donate to our stream. And so we've added some more stuff on top of that, and we want to roll that out to Twitch and other platforms soon. But it costs money to develop things, and we only get we love our supporters and our donators, but we only get maybe 2 or 3 subs on Twitch and D Live a month. So it's not a whole bunch that we get, but love you guys that do support us, and we have all these different income streams that we're covering to make up for that. But this is one way, one of our streams, and the real trick of D Live, the real beauty of D Live, what really funds it is the fact that D Live not only has this whole system with the lemons going on, but it also has. And I wonder if I push to get lemon now, what would that tell me? Yeah, you can purchase lemons and this and that, blah blah blah. But the real trick of D Live is it also incorporates staking. So if you know about cryptocurrency, if you heard about cryptocurrency, and especially if you're not really big on crypto, but you're the energy and the environment, blah, 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 blah. That those are all important topics, of course. I'm not saying they're not. It's just a lot of people are kind of misinformed when it comes to those topics. But this Tron and this whole platform are part of the less energy consumptive part of blockchain, which is what I was getting toward. Bitcoin and Ethereum as it is currently, run on a proof of work blockchain. So that's intentionally energy consumptive. But other blockchains are meant to be less energy consumptive, and those run on proof of stake. And that means that you stake or you deposit. That's another synonymous word for staking. You deposit your tokens into this protocol, that project, that blockchain, and you receive some type of reward, yield, interest on whatever you have staked. And so with DLive.tv, I'm going to click on this. You can stake in tokens. We're actually kind of like a whale on DLive, I would say, because of they say there's 43,000 or 43 million or something like that staked by partners, and we are 5 million of this 43 million. So we're kind of a whale. And that's because we just pay attention and we're early. We never had a lot of money. And so whenever we got that opportunity, we take it. But from that, even if you're small or whatever, if you were any type of streamer or not even a streamer, you could stake your BitTorrent tokens over here. And BitTorrent token has gone up more than 1,400% in the last 2 years. Over the last year, it's up over 1,000%. And you would be also earning 2.8% today. So this number is going to fluctuate, but 2.8% ROI on that investment. So if you staked in 100 BitTorrent tokens, you'd be looking at 2 point something BitTorrent tokens within a year's time. If it's that much more, then do that math. And so it's actually an APR, so you could annual percentage rate, which would be like this. But then you have the ability to compound that and make that an APY, annual percentage yield. So there's that. But this number right here is associated to anybody on the platform whatsoever. You don't even have to be a streamer. You can just be somebody that wants to, maybe you were interested in investing in BitTorrent token and you're I want to put it somewhere. Well, you could just put it here and earn that 2 point something percent. Now, this is not to say that this is the best opportunity for BitTorrent tokens. It was once upon a time. It was the best opportunity because when this first started, I was trying to tell people from the mountaintops because the APR was around 10,000% APR. But didn't nobody want to listen to me. I was like, look, I'll give you some just to I'm trying to put other streamers on, put other gaming communities on. I want us all to flourish, specifically in the Smash community. Nobody listened to me. They actually kind of boycotted me and booed me and stuff like that. So it feels like how it feels, but whatever. As a partnered streamer, you get that much more of a bonus from the platform. You get 13% APR, and then again, you can compound that and make that higher. But you also get this 2%. So today, it's somewhere around 15 or 16% APR that partners are getting from whatever they have staked. What does that mean? That means that you get this normal amount. That's from the 2% that's stacking up there. It's probably 200-300 BitTorrent tokens a day that stacks up there. And then I'll show you guys the truly passive income side of this thing. As a partner, you get it sent directly to your account. And so I actually just logged into this wallet for the first time in about a month, maybe not, like 2 weeks. And this is what it looks like, I haven't been able to access my wallet in like 2 weeks, but that doesn't matter because, 1,600 BitTorrent tokens was sent to me today. 1,500 was sent to me yesterday. 1,800 BitTorrent tokens was sent to me the day before that. There was that much more donations and stuff like that going on DLive before. And so 5,300 BitTorrent tokens were sent to me on this day. And then 1,700 were sent to me on this other day. And so on. And it's just passive income that you get for being a partner streamer on DLive.tv in that sense. Now, there are some metrics that you're supposed to keep up with as far as like streaming a certain amount of times a month and viewership and whatnot. But it's not really that hard to obtain. You can be a very small strainer and obtain these numbers. Yeah. So that's our one income string, and I can get really into the detail of like how the percentages work and stuff like that on DLive. It's much better than payout system than on Twitch, where 50% goes to the platform. Only DLive only takes like 9% or something like that. The rest of it goes into the stakers, the partner stakers, and the other percentage just goes back to the platform in general. So it's just much nicer. The next one, again, this is where DLive came from, which is the Hive blockchain. Previously, the Steam and Steemit. Steemit was the interface, the blogging, the social media portion of it, and the blockchain was called Steam, but now it's called Hive because they forked. They did not want to be owned by somebody, and so they forked and made themselves that much more decentralized. So over here is the concept of, people often say on social media, or you just have heard it maybe said in the past, maybe your friends are joking or something like that, for somebody who really likes social media, and they're like, if you had, a penny for every social media post that you made, or every tweet that you make, you tweet so much, or this or that, or for every Instagram post that you made, if you had 10 cents or a penny or whatever the heck, I'd be rich by now. Well, guess what, folks? For the last 5 years, that opportunity has actually existed. For over 5 years, that opportunity has existed on the Hive blockchain. You've been able to actually create whatever social media post you want and like it yourself and give yourself a little bit of currency, or other people can like it and it can add up to that much more. But that opportunity actually exists in the world today. And this has been one of the streams from Money Match Gaming's income. This was actually the first stream for our consistent income. This is the first blockchain project that we found, and this is what got us into blockchain and cryptocurrency. A friend of mine who knows that I am a social media professional said, "Hey, Smurf, you're really good at social media and writing and, creating content. You should check out this project, which is on a blockchain, and they'll pay you cryptocurrency for creating social media posts. If you just, you make a lot of social media posts, maybe you should go over there." And so, I was really skeptical about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and stuff like that at the time. This is half a decade ago. But I said, let me look into it. He's like, yeah, they'll teach you a bunch of stuff over there too. There's sections where you can just learn stuff. And so I went over and I made an account, and it's all free to do. And I just started posting, and people were very helpful. Taught me how to code. I'd make some posts and stuff like that. I'd play on my ukulele, playing video games and whatnot. And as you can see, this person's just talking about a game right here, and they made $177 on this post. Now, that's not 177 United States dollars. This is actually 177 of this token. So the token is actually the Hive token. And so instead of how the United States dollar is pegged to just one USD, so 100 pennies, and that'll never change. So that would actually be 100. This is pegged to Hive, and so it can go up or it can go down. And so today, Hive is worth $1.16. So that's actually, let's do this math. That's actually 177 times 1.16. And I think it was 177, yeah. So, and without a little bit, that's actually over $205 that this person made from this post 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. $205. Most people, that's like a day or two of them working at whatever shift, and then they get that much money. This person made that from a post, and we can look at it. You can look at it. Let's see how long it is, how much they had to do. Nice little layout there at the top, a few paragraphs, this nice little image, 2 more paragraphs, nice little image. They're going to run through this game. They're actually going to give you a nice little detail of this game. So they did some work here, but they're turning their passion of video gaming into a job. And that's what I saw the potential with Hive, where I could talk about video gaming and stuff like that, and I could earn something off of it. And so Money Match Gaming started this, and we earned probably about $20 from doing similar posts to this person. Our posts weren't even as nice as that post, but we earned about $20 from doing that. And then we traded that into a token called Cardano, which was about 1 or 2 cents at the time. And then it went up. It went up a whole bunch in price to about $1. And that became, that $20 became about $2,000. And we took $600 of that and we took it over and put it in a BitTorrent token on DLive.tv. And, of course, that went up over 1,400%. And it had a 10,000% APR for about a year until it slowly diminished until what it is right now. And I was saying that it would diminish the entire time if you go back and watch our video history. But yeah, that got us our come up in cryptocurrency. These two platforms right here. And so now Money Match Gaming has an esports program and team where I am showing our team members how they can get started with things. So here's Hoodie Anakin, a beat producer from Money Match Gaming, who has earned 7 cents on this post that he made. Here's Camaraderie, one of our players and gamers who earned 6 cents on that post. And again, that's not just, it's actually times 1.16. And 8 cents from Casual Ham, one of our moderators. Izzy gonna kill you, 8 cents. But it's just the case that, sometimes these posts can do that much better. Again, they can earn hundreds of dollars, or even if they don't do that well, just the fact that you're earning some amount of money off of every post that you make. You can take your tweets and just upload them here first as a thought and then post it out on Twitter, and you're going to make some money off of that. You have the potential to even like your own post and give yourself something. And not only do you earn something, but the people that like your post earn something for that. So if I were to I'm not logged in right now, but if I were to look at our earnings on this, you would see that every post that I like, I'm earning a small percentage of what that person earns as well. Just from liking that post. So that's pretty cool. This is our second revenue stream from Money Match Gaming. First one's DLive, streaming, straight up streaming. This one is our social media. So straight up social media presence. And then we're going to jump into decentralized finance. So after, we learned about crypto and how we could just use content straight up, these first two methods are totally free. It costs us nothing to make thousands of dollars. And then we started to learn about decentralized finance. How do we take that money that we've earned in cryptocurrency, that crypto that we've earned, and keep those assets and earn something off of those assets? And so one thing that I like to pop up right now on the screen is called compound investing. Meaning, so what does it mean to compound and investing? Because this is the real trick to decentralized finance, not just earning something from your assets, but then also once you earn something to compound those earnings. So compounding is the ability of an asset to generate earnings, which are then reinvested or remain invested with the goal of generating their own earnings. In other words, compounding refers to generating earnings from previous earnings. Your investment is now worth $11,000. Woo! They probably said you started with $100 and now your investment's now worth $11,000. And why am I saying that? Because Money Match Gaming had a similar situation over here. We were given a $500 donation back in November, or at the end of October, and I invested it in November. And so I took $500 in November and I put it over here. And this is a platform that is working akin or similar to a certificate of deposit in legacy finance or traditional finance. And they'll say that somewhere on this page, similar to a high yield certificate of deposit by paying 1% daily return on investment up to 365%. So every day you will earn 1% of whatever you deposited for 365 days. Now you can extend that time and make that investment that much bigger by compounding, again, earning something off of whatever or reinvesting your earnings. So going bigger with it. And that's exactly what Money Match Gaming has done. We started with $500 and then at an 80% to 20% ratio, 80% of the times we compound or we reinvest our earnings. And so initially we started off with just $5 that we would earn every day, and we'd reinvest that. It's been about 3 months now. So 5 times 30 times, times 3 is like $450. So an extra $450, almost $1,000 that we'd have in there. But as you can see, this is now worth $9,391. So something happened along the way. What the heck happened along the way to the point that Money Match Gaming is now earning close to $3, close to $100 a day. Most days it's around $100. How do we do that? That's because unlike in a normal certificate of deposit in legacy finance, where whatever you deposit is connected with the United States dollar specifically. This is associated with a token. So very similar to Hive, where I had to mention that, instead of thinking of the money that, we earned here or the money that person earned I'm going to go back to the main page, the money this person earned, where you see and you go, oh, they earned $191. No, it's 191 times 1.16 because that's the price of Hive today. So you have to multiply it times whatever the token is. The token is the actual amount. And United States dollar is always going to be that 100 pennies, but this can be multiple 100, it can be way more than $1. In fact, the all-time high for Hive is around $20. And so at one point in time, Money Match Gaming was over here earning Hive. And actually when DLive was over here, they'd be giving out like $40 worth of Hive token for just doing a stream. And Hive was around its high of about $20. So it was 40 times 20. Crazy for just streaming. And it's all free. And that just comes from like paying attention and doing your own research and like believing that this type of stuff actually does exist. Like everybody's not out to get you, but you do need to do your own research. Otherwise you'll never find things like this. So this is pegged to the DRIP token. And today DRIP is worth, this is the price of DRIP actually over here. DRIP is worth $140 today, give or take. This is a pretty volatile token, so it'll go up a few dollars, it'll go down a few dollars. Today when I woke up, DRIP was like worth $135. Didn't really care because again, we started with DRIP being worth like $15 when we invested in this project initially. So obviously it's up a lot more than $15 when it's at $140, right? But the point of that was that as the token appreciates, not only do you get that 1% a day on the token, because you're not earning United States dollars at 1% a day, you're earning the token at 1% a day. So if I have 100 DRIP tokens here, then I'm going to earn 1 DRIP token a day. And if DRIP is worth $140, that means I'm earning $140 a day, not just whatever the United States dollar was pegged to. Otherwise, we'd be earning like $10 a day right now still. But that would be fine. We'd be happy with $10 a day. That means every week we're earning like, $50 that we could put on esports if I'm doing my 80 to 20% thing or whatever. Or, it'd be like $20 that we get for esports, which is still great. Because, that's about how much we spend on like tournaments and stuff. So it's something. And again, I started at the very beginning of this thing. I'm like, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so we're happy to earn whatever we're able to earn and continue to compound those investments and build that up. So today is not it's not a Monday or Friday, which are claiming days. Today is just a normal Tuesday. And so I will be compounding today, which is what we do on days of the week that aren't our claiming days. So today I'm going to push this hydrate button. You get to see what it looks like live on stream. And we did the same thing with DLive. This exact process is how we built up our DLive to be that large number on DLive. We compounded over and over and over and over and over again, over and over and over and over. And then we stopped and started paying people out. We actually were paying people out along the whole way, but it was coming out of pocket. We're like, oh, okay, if we made that much, then we can give this much out of pocket and like think about it as a long-term investment. There we go. That's been compounded. You're going to see this number go to 0. Because that's what we had available to claim. We just compounded $185 back around because I forgot to claim yesterday. But I claimed multiple times over the weekend actually. And we've already earned 1 cent, which I could claim that right now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. It's silly to me. All right, next mode of or revenue stream for Money Match Gaming. Axie Infinity. So we actually have an Axie scholarship program. And other than the SLP that comes in from our scholars playing and we split it with our scholars. So we bought a bunch of Axies and let people play with them and they earn SLP tokens when they play with them. We actually give our scholars much more than I find that a lot of other scholarship programs give theirs. Our scholars actually get the majority of the tokens. Other programs work the other way where the scholars maybe get like 30 to 40%. Ours get 60% and we get 40%. We reverse the thing because I'm like, nah, you're spending all the time. You deserve the money. But this specific section of today's video is because I wanted to start doing something on Axie where we show people how they can actually utilize their SLP. And so over here, we took, what was it, 39, it says total staked is $39. So I have $39 of SLP over here, and it's earned me 8.8 RON tokens. And RON is about $2.60 or something like that today. So it's over 16 bucks. And what we're going to start to do on a pretty much daily basis is compounding over here on the Ronin blockchain, because this is a new blockchain. You've only been able to do this process for, like maybe a week. But very much like on DLive and like on Steemit and like with Drip token, We believe in compounding our earnings, even if it's very small earnings, because that can become a much bigger number in the future. And we want to show our scholars and other people's scholars and people that are interested in this game how you can do that and make much more than just what you initially see on screen. Also, SLP has an update that went through, or it's going to be going through soon, where people are going to stop earning SLP just from playing the daily quests and stuff like that. Maybe they'll still get it from in-game like wins and stuff, but daily quests, they will not get it anymore. So that's probably more bullish for the SLP price. It'll probably start to rise more, and that'll be good for everything. But how do you do this? So we stake this $39 as SLP and ETH. So it says WETH, but W means wrapped ETH. And so what you do is you put it in here, and then whatever you earn that day, or that however many days you let it sit, you claim that. And so I'm going to do this whole process with you guys on stream. And this is the last one that we're going to cover. We're going to claim that, close, and we'll wait for this to go to 0. I want you guys to see that happening. And it's up here in pending in the right corner. And if I were to click on this little tab up here in the browser, you can see right here that it's pending too. You can see contract interaction is pending. This happens on all blockchains. That's like how you get to see things. You get to see all the information going through. This is also cutting out the middleman, whereas in legacy finance, there would be a person that has to go to a machine, type in some numbers. Maybe they're taking their time. Maybe they're not having a good day at work or whatever. Maybe they are having a good day at work, but they're going to take their time and do it, especially if they're having a good day, because they're like, well, da-dee-da. And then they send it off to somebody else in the world, and then somebody else has to interact with it. It's not all handled by bots and stuff like that. But that's all time and energy, which most people don't want to factor into the equation. They want to act like, oh, it's all done automatically and there's no energy consumption. Nope, the building is on. That's costing energy. Running that computer is costing energy. When they have to send a specific transaction for you because you walked into the bank, that costs energy. And there's manpower. There's different people running around that building, dirtying the building up, this and that. And those people had to get to work somehow, which costs energy. So just saying. What do we do next? All right, so now we have that 8.8 RON tokens that we collected. And our goal here is going to be, again, this account right here specifically that I'm covering. I had another account that maybe, I won't do it on stream today. But this one specifically is at $39, right? And how do we increase this? So we're going to go here. We're going to look. We see we have 20 SLP. Maybe I will do the other one. What we need to do is either... we want to utilize one of these farms, right? This one has the highest APR, and this one is only 55%, but RON might go up a lot in price. And so what we're actually going to do today is I think we're actually going to split this into this new pool. We're just going to use this entire new pool, provide liquidity. So we're going to use this new pool of RON and ETH, and maybe I'll do one each day. Like this day I'll do that one, this one I'll do the other one. The other account, I'm just going to use the SLP and ETH. But today we're gonna start this RON and ETH one, right? So how do we do that? So we have some RON token. We need some ETH tokens. So we take that 4 RON tokens. So we can take 4 of them. I could say 4.4 since I have 8, but I'm going to leave a little bit. I'm going to take 4 of them, and I'm going to swap it into Ethereum. It says that's $11, $11.4 of Ethereum. I'm going to push that swap button. I'm going to push confirm. And I get another pop-up over here in my window. And I'll push confirm there. Wait a few seconds. I can actually X that right now because if I look in my token wallet, it would have did the exact same thing. It would have been like pending transaction, and then it'll let me know when it's confirmed and stuff. Transaction submitted, swapped, and so there you go. I have my Ethereum down there and I have my RON up top. So now that I have that together, what I have to do next is visit the pool section. Oftentimes this section in a blockchain or a DEX, excuse me, because it's called a decentralized exchange really, or an exchange period. But this section is normally called the pool or the liquidity. And so you go over there and, I do have some SLP and ETH, so I can start both actually. And what I'm going to do is I push add liquidity. And it says ETH up top, but I can switch that to RON if I wanted to. And then at the bottom, I want to push ETH. And they should be very similar to each other right now. But I'm going to push max on the Ethereum side because I think I'm going to have less Ethereum than RON. And whenever you pair up liquidity here, it says add liquidity. But whenever you pair these two up, they need to be half and half. So it needs to be equal. So however much Ethereum this is worth, which is like $11, almost $12 worth of Ethereum, needs to equal about $11 worth of RON. And this much Ethereum is worth 3.98797 RON. And so I'm going to push supply. It's going to pair those up together. And why is it pairing those up together? I'll explain that while we're doing this. It's pairing those up together, and the value of doing that is so that when other people kind of like want to swap or they want to trade, kind of like when I just traded from Ron to Ethereum, I was able to do that because other people have already paired up their liquidity. They've already made that pair. And so when I go, oh, I want to switch some of my Ron into Ethereum, it uses those other people's liquidity to do that. And so it goes, and it balances out that way. So now that transaction is pending through, and that was a very simplistic explanation of it, but that's how that works, and that's the purpose of pairing up liquidity. So when I have my SLP and Ron here, that's exactly what that's doing. And you can leave it as is right here on the DEX, and earn something off of that. And you can tell how much. Usually it's about 0.3% or something like that for just keeping it here, which is about how much your bank would try to pay you, or more than your bank would try to pay you, honestly. For depositing stuff. But now I have these two here, right? What do I do with them now? So now I have SLP and WETH, and I have WETH and Ron. Now I could leave them here, like I was saying, and just earn fees off of people trading back and forth. But it's that much more beneficial to me to pair them or to put them in the farm. What the farm does is you put it in a contract, a smart contract, with other people's liquidity, and it builds up a huge pool of liquidity. And this is good for the project because now somebody could possibly trade, tens of thousands of dollars worth of those two tokens back and forth. And now you're not making the fees that you would if you just left it out on the exchange. However, you're earning this other third-party token. In this case, the third-party token that you're earning, because these two, like, SLP and WETH are not the third, I'm going to earn some third token. And so in this case, the token that we're earning is Ron. There are cases where maybe I would be earning SLP or maybe I'd be earning WETH. But in this case, we're earning Ron. And so I'm going to put these two together in the liquidity in the farm. So I'm going to put my liquidity in with everybody else's. And I'm going to earn Ron token. And so over here, I'm going to say stake. And I'm going to say max. And I guess it's not a lot that I have over there. 0.001 amount is how much my balance is. But I'm going to put it over there. And that'll go up. We'll see that number go up because it was $13 in my wallet, and so now I have like 50 or something like that. Yeah, $53 now, you can see. And then over here where I have Ron and WETH, this was a nice little interesting display for everybody because the first time, and this exists on other blockchains as well, and this is where they get kind of expensive. The first time that you interact with a farm or a pool, you actually have to approve smart contracts. So the first time that I tried to swap between those tokens over here, I actually had to approve the swapping between, whatever the other token was. So same thing exists when you're trying to deposit your funds into the farm. You have to approve the smart contract first. You have to say, yes, I let this smart contract use my funds. So I'm going to approve that. And normally this would cost you a little bit of whatever currency that blockchain uses. So if it was on the Binance Smart Chain, it would cost you a little bit of BNB. If it was on Ethereum, it would cost you a little bit of Ethereum. Obviously that gets expensive because Ethereum is really expensive now. But whatever the blockchain is, it'll cost you a little bit to approve that contract. We were on Tron before with DLive. If you're approving contracts, it'll cost you a little bit of Tron. Wait a few seconds. There it goes. Now we have $22 over here. And we're going to push max and stake. And so now I'll be coming back here for the rest of our videos, and we'll be getting a little bit of SLP and WETH, whatever we get in Ron from that, and whatever we get from our Ron and WETH, and we'll just be reinvesting it back in there. So again, this one over here is at $53 today, and this one over here is at $22. And hopefully by the end of the month, by the end of February, the two of these combined is maybe worth over $100. Who knows? It's a long-term play for us, not a short one. You can already see the rewards that we got right here, which is it's starting to build up to maybe one Ron, and who knows when it'll get there, but it's starting to build up. And that's how we earn our stuff as Money Match Gaming, as a gaming company. So hopefully that's been really informational to folks. I know that was a little bit of a long video. I'm going to edit it and try to make it smaller. But yeah, that's how we do it. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 different revenue streams. I believe they say for the rich, you need like 6 or 7 different revenue streams to get things going. That was 4 right there.